If you've ever been out on the pier or on the beach or somewhere, and you just want to give your lure a good solid fling, you pop that bail open, you clutch that line, and you just haul back and you hurl it as hard as you can. And then you hear this, followed by, and then you just watch that lure sail off into the distance, unencumbered by line guides or line or any other resistance to flight. And you watch it go farther than it's ever gone. Well, yesterday I removed the automatic bail closure, which is what tends to cause those line snaps. I found a little trip arm inside of this rotor. Right here, there's a little trap door, and there's a little trip arm that goes in there. And there's a body ramp on the physical body of the reel. So when you turn it, that little trip arm encounters the body ramp, pushes up, and snaps your bail shut. And if this is what I think causes the lures to go like that. Now, I've removed it, and I've got a reel I can just run. And this has been a great reel for me. It's served me for about 6 years. Every time you fish in salt water, rinse your reel off, and then every so often, break it down, get you some marine grade grease, or if you want to, the little tube of pen grease, which is exactly the same product, but you get it in your crank arms, you get it down into your gears, you get it up here, you make sure and grease all the spots that had grease on them. Make sure all your sand and everything's cleaned out of there. I expect this reel, I've had it for 6 years and it's been beautiful. I expect it to last me the rest of my life because I'm going to take care of it, and if anything wears out, I'll just get a new part. Now, since I wasn't able to show cause and effect for the automatic bail closure, I also have this Battle 2, which has also been a great reel and rod combo. Actually, this is the Penn Battle 2, and it has served me for less time, probably about 4 years, but it's got the automatic closure on it. I haven't had that snapping lure trouble as often, partly because I only use this for surf fishing, and I've learned from my mistakes, and I've rotated that arm forward so that I was past the bail trip point, but I still want it gone. So I'm going to work on that, and if and when I get results, I'll tell you what I found and how I got there. Okay, so what I found going into the schematics is that the Battle 2 has the same trip arm as the Spin Fisher 5. In this little housing right here, you can see a screw for a cover plate. What I'm going to do is take off this bail arm carefully because there's a spring in here that will fly out. I dropped the spring yesterday and it got dirty and it took a while to get it cleaned up. But this spring, if you're not careful, the spring that actually helps lock this closure will come out. And if you're not careful, it'll fly across the room and you may never see it again. So I'm going to carefully open this guy up, and rather than have you sit through it, I can't speed up video yet. But when I can speed through this kind of stuff, I might just film it all and let you watch it in accelerated speed, but I'm not going to bore you with watching me fiddle with parts. I dropped this teeny tiny reel cover screw on the floor, and I thought I'd stop and make a quick point. This is a tissue like a Kleenex. It fell, it had grease on it, so immediately sand stuck to it. So if you want to clean up something like this, or especially a nut, take your screw and wrap it with your cloth and rotate the screw, and you might have to pinch this with a little force till the screw drives itself out of the cloth and it'll come out clean. I don't know if, can you see that? So it'll come out clean. Same with a nut. If you drop a nut that's got grease on it and dirt sticks to it, take your paper, like a tissue, wad it up, drive the nut onto it, right through, and the tissue will wipe the sand out from the threads, and you'll have a clean nut. I'll come back to you in a minute. Okay, quick review. I popped open this trap door, took out this piece, and now we have my newly improved Battle 2 Surf and Super Lure Flinger with a bail that does not automatically snap shut on you. So you can cast with a little more confidence, knowing, I just Googled, knowing that that bail's not going to snap shut on you, and if you lose your lure, it's because you threw it in a tree or coral or somewhere else, but at least you don't have your reel working against you.